16 regular season games. We think that that's the ideal number for us, so every team is playing in an international game. We think that's the right number for us, and it'll give us a chance to reach the key markets around the globe that we really want to be in.
Certainly challenge and appeal that, and that was something that we thought was our right to do, as well as the ERUPTS, and we decided it was the right thing to do.
Roger Goodell isn't usually the type to take sides. He's built his career on fence-sitting, on polished statements that say nothing while sounding important. But this time, he shoved accountability right into Jimmy Haslam's lap and told him to deal with it. Now Haslam, a billionaire with more cash than common sense, is stuck trying to explain why Shedeur Sanders, a quarterback with first-round credentials written all over him, was treated like a leftover free agent. The numbers don't lie. Sanders had the stats. He had the leadership. He had the spotlight. Everything about him screamed top pick, and yet somehow he fell all the way to the 5th round. Haslam can't even pretend it was about performance. Fans watched it happen in real time and knew something wasn't right. So the question is, why? Was it because Sanders smiled too confidently in interviews? Because his swagger didn't match Haslam's taste?
But put him in, coach! From a fan's perspective, I'm trying to see him shake. I want to see 12 go out there and sling it. He's the showman when he plays. It's so fun to want to root for that. It's fun to imagine what it would look like if they let 12 go out there and shake it, man. Give the people what they want. Give them the keys.
Well, we're not going to see it. We're going to see Joe Flacco.
Whatever the excuse, it didn't add up. Fans saw a generational talent shoved into the bargain bin, and they weren't buying it. Goodell wasn't buying it either. And that's what makes this so unusual. He could have let the Browns take the heat alone, but he didn't. Reports say he was furious, not because Cleveland looked incompetent, which is practically tradition at this point, but because the whole thing reeked of bias, of politics, of billionaire pettiness. So he called Haslam in for a private meeting. Haslam probably walked in thinking it would be a standard PR huddle. You know, a gentle reminder to move forward and learn lessons. Instead, he got blindsided by a committee.
Do you feel like you're kind of close to getting to where you want to be in terms of, getting a chance to play this game?
I don't think playing or not playing, is in my hands. I think based on the situation, if things happen and things turn out where I play, then I'll be out there and I'll be ready to play. So I'm ready.
Who sounded less like a business partner and more like a disappointed dad. And here's the irony. Of all the franchises in the NFL, it's the Browns, yes, the Browns, who now stand as the poster child for systemic problems. A team with an empty trophy case suddenly finds itself at the center of a conversation about fairness and the future of the league. Haslam, once again, turned his own franchise into a punchline. But this time, Goodell didn't let it slide. He made Sanders the hill he's willing to fight on. He pressed Haslam to fix it to make sure Sanders wasn't just swept under the rug. And for Goodell, that's rare. These owners are his bosses. They're the ones who sign his checks. Yet here he was, risking their anger because the alternative, letting bias win, was worse. And that's where the
Dion saying Shedeur is going to start this year would indicate not beating out just one guy, but two guys. One guy who's won a Super Bowl as a starting quarterback and who just won a game against arguably playing the best team in the NFL at the time in Green Bay, and the other guy who was drafted ahead of him. I'm rooting for Shedeur Sanders. 100% rooting for Shedeur Sanders. I don't see the path where he's going to be the starter this year. And by the way, one more thing. If you're not the starter this year, I just personally don't get how backing up Jalen Hurts or Lamar Jackson would have been a bad thing to learn.
Real pressure lands on Haslam. He's not just dealing with fan backlash anymore. He's dealing with the commissioner breathing down his neck, Sanders waiting for his chance to prove everyone wrong, and a spotlight so bright that every move will be second-guessed. If Haslam starts Sanders, people will say it's only because he was forced. If he doesn't, people will scream bias. Either way, the Browns lose, which, let's face it, is the most Browns outcome possible. Meanwhile, Sanders is caught in the middle of this mess. Drafted into chaos, his name now carries more weight than just a quarterback's resume. He's become the symbol of what happens when ownership power collides with raw talent. For him, every snap, every throw, every touchdown or interception will be judged as more than football. It'll be seen as evidence in a trial of fairness, and that's what makes this saga so explosive. Goodell is trying to prove he has a spine. Haslam is scrambling to salvage what's left of his reputation. And Sanders? He's the player who never should have been here in the first place, but now he's the face of a much bigger fight. Whether you believe Goodell's motives are genuine or just about saving face doesn't matter. The result is the same. Cleveland is in the hot seat. Haslam is cornered. And Sanders has the opportunity to turn every doubt into fuel. This isn't just about football anymore. It's about a commissioner calling out one of his own bosses. It's about a billionaire owner who can't spin his way out of humiliation. And it's about a quarterback who went from draft day snub to the center of the NFL's biggest scandal. And the best part? This story isn't close to over, because now, every time Sanders steps on the field, the spotlight follows. Every time Haslam opens his mouth, fans listen for excuses. And every time Goodell shows up, people wonder if he's really leading or just protecting the shield. No matter how it plays out, one thing's already clear. In the battle between Roger Goodell, Jimmy Haslam, and Shedeur Sanders, the NFL's reputation is the one on the line.